What's up guys, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Sun and Moon coverage, and we have again today some more new gameplay, this time of Zygarde's forms. We now have confirmed that the Zygarde 10% form and the Zygarde Complete Form will be present in Sun and Moon. Before today we weren't actually that sure. Some people were on the side of, yeah, they'll add it, why not, and there's people on the side of, nah, it's going to stay anime exclusive, but we have it confirmed now. There was it was shown at Taiwanese national championships, I believe, so obviously loads of like handheld camera videos, so I actually made a video from looking at that, and then just after I finished the video the actual proper trailers came out for this, so I'm doing this again, oh well. So obviously first off we have the 10% Zygarde form, the dog form, and you can see here in battle with the trainer behind it, so seems like this is going to be a consistent thing in every battle. You send out your Pokemon and you get a nice shot of the trainer standing behind your Pokemon. How, whether that stays around for too long, we don't know, but there is the Zygarde dog. And we get some shots of Zygarde dog, or 10% form I should say, using some moves. This first one seems to be 1000 arrows, because obviously he shoots loads of arrows from the top and it rains down. Very, very similar to 1000 arrows as you'd expect. And the second one very much looks like 1000 waves. These are the two moves that were found in the XY code but never actually used, I don't think, apart from an event possibly. But you can see Zygarde 10% form using it here, attacking this Metagross. Then in the second sort of trailer you get to see basically Garchomp comes in and he hits Zygarde pretty hard. You can see the Zygarde dog here dropping down to 5 health points out of 125, but then an ability of sorts activates, and you can see with this, all these cells and light coming around, we then change into Zygarde Complete Form. It's simple as that. Now whether this is going to be a single ability that sort of spans over Zygarde overall, like something like form changes depending on health points, whatever, or whether that will be like a secondary effect or maybe an item of some sort that will do that, and they'll get to, because obviously 50% Zygarde has Aura Break. So whether or not they could either give each Zygarde form an individual ability and then have like an item that changes form, or just a sort of an overall arching concept, we don't really know how that works, if it is going to work like that, or whether they'll keep a sort of, have Zygarde normal, have 50% form, have Aura Break, and then the second one having a hidden ability, for example, that's called, like core control, I don't know, that then actually affects it. We don't know, but we can see here obviously we have Zygarde Complete Form appear and look pretty badass. Again, you can see the trainer stood behind Zygarde there, and Zygarde looks pretty big, so it looks like they're actually gonna style Pokemon a bit, maybe a bit more according to size. Who knows though, who knows. And then we get to see Zygarde Complete Form use its signature move of sorts. We don't know what move this is exactly, but it jumps up into the air, very similar to Solgaleo and Lunala, and shoots this nice powerful beam and draws a Z over the Garchomp basically. And this is actually super effective against the Garchomp, so we can assume this beam move is a Dragon type move. Now, whether or not this move is usable in other forms, because obviously you have 4 moves in Pokemon, so whether it's okay, 1000 arrow, 1000 waves, you can use them in any form, and then this signature move can only be used when you're Zygarde Complete Form, or whether 1000 arrows or 1000 waves changes depending on the form, or something along those lines. I don't know. We don't know much about this at the moment. All we know is that Zygarde Complete Form and Zygarde 10% form are going to be in the games. Now this raises some questions. Mainly, why would they add it if there's not going to be any sort of backstory to it, if you guys get what I mean? We've spoken, loads of people have spoken about the possibility of having a post-game surrounding Zygarde, since we never got a game, actually talking about Zygarde or focusing on Zygarde, but we did get these forms for Zygarde. So it's possible that the Sun and Moon after game will surround around catching a Zygarde and activating its different forms, something along those lines. We really don't know right now, but my sort of concept, my sort of point of view is, why were they adding the forms if they weren't going to do something with it? And to explain it, obviously, you could just tell me, just to sort of have a completion across the anime and such, add stuff to the games that was in the anime, otherwise they'd forget about it, sort of thing. If that makes any sense, which is a fair point. I just believe that if they're going to add this in and make it a whole thing, they should do some sort of post-game, even if it's like a little mini quest where you go and catch a Zygarde and there's just some remaining members of the old evil team there trying to catch it as well. Something on those lines, that I would be fine with that, but it would be nice to have a more expansive post-game as well regarding Zygarde, because of course we didn't get Pokemon Z. But what I want to know is your thoughts on this. Do you think the fact that we're getting these Zygarde forms in Sun and Moon mean we're going to get some post-game, or that Zygarde maybe ties into the main game or main storyline of Sun and Moon? Maybe, Who knows? Let me know what you think about this down below, and if you enjoyed the little video, let me tell you to hit the like button. Don't know where I'm going with that, but okay, that's going to be it for me for today. I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.